In 2012, Zack Snyder was pitching a new Star Wars movie. That didn't quite work out, but it eventually led to Rebel Moon, a new space opera that's coming to Netflix. There's plenty to mine from the new trailer. The Rebel Moon teaser begins with the voice of Anthony Hopkins intoning,
"Do you know the story of the Princess Issa?"
Hopkins voices a mechanical knight named Jimmy, and fortunately for us, he's in a storytelling mood. Over a series of shots flaunting a variety of boxy spacecrafts, magic hour vistas, and wheat brushing, we learn that Issa was foretold to be the Redeemer, who would bring an end to interplanetary hostilities. Those hostilities refer to the war against the tyrannical ruler of the Mother World, which goes unmentioned in the teaser. The Redeemer is soon revealed to be a grown-up character played by Sofia Boutella, now known as Cora. She raises an alarm as enemy spaceships tear through the agrarian expanse of a moon called Velt. What exactly do they want? That's what a bearded character played by Corey Stoll would like to know. Cora replies that they want everything. She means the moon's resources, but what they really want is her. It turns out that Princess Issa has two nicknames, and it's the one she earned later in life that's proving to be a bit of a problem. Ed Skrein plays Admiral Atticus Noble, the second in command to Motherworld's imperious regent Balisarius. He reveals that he's found the Scargiver, which kicks off a flashback to Issa's past as a foot soldier for her home planet's military. She was also romantically involved with Noble, and if the shot of his nearly lifeless body in the snow is any indication, she might have left him for dead. The pieces are starting to fit together. Issa used to be a remarkably skilled killer, but she had a crisis of conscience and fled the Motherworld for Velt. The shot of her planting a flag atop a burning structure suggests that she played a pivotal role in the planet's victory. So you might say that the Redeemer is looking for some redemption. It's also worth noting, considering the film's Star Wars connection, that Scargiver sounds a lot like Starkiller, which was the original last name of Luke Skywalker. After the teaser establishes the hero's journey for Issa, it then introduces the supporting cast. First up is Doona Bae, who's probably best known for her portrayal of an archer in Bong Joon-ho's The Host. In Rebel Moon, she plays Nemesis, a cyborg swordswoman who is seen battling an arachnid warrior played by Jenna Malone. But according to the plot summary, these two will eventually become allies as Cora recruits a team to combat the forces of the Motherworld. This is where things are starting to seem rather derivative. Equipping Nemesis with a pair of molten metal swords that look quite a bit like lightsabers feels like theft. There's no chance that this weaponry would have made it to the screen without Disney promising to forego litigation. But for an original film eager to become the next Star Wars, it probably would have been best not to copy its inspiration so closely.
It's a story of a few against many, impossible odds, good versus evil.
Heroes breaking a wild horse is an often obligatory trope in westerns. It's also been ported over to adventure films and other genres, as recently as Avatar, in which Jake Sully inspires the Na'vi by taming a mountain banshee. That's a spectacular, crowd-pleasing moment, and Zack Snyder is evidently a fan because he pretty much restages the sequence almost shot for shot in Rebel Moon. The only difference here is that Stas Nair's character is hopping astride a winged creature called a Bennu. Along with the lightsaber theft, this seems to betray a severe lack of imagination on Snyder's part. In contrast, his 2011 action flick Sucker Punch wasn't a completely successful movie, but it managed to pay homage to a variety of films without ever directly stealing from them. Alas, these moments from Rebel Moon are total bummers and the low points of an otherwise impressive teaser. Djimon Hounsou is one of those actors that you can always consistently rely on. He's been working steadily for more than 30 years, but aside from a couple of Oscar nominations for In America and Blood Diamond, it's hard not to get the sense that he's been denied the full spotlight that he so richly deserves. But perhaps Rebel Moon will be the rousing, standout role to finally push Hounsou over the top. He plays General Titus, the former leader of the Imperium, recruited by Cora to battle his former allies. He closes out the teaser with an invigorating exhortation.
The time has come for all that you love. Protect each other and show them no mercy.
According to a breakdown of Rebel Moon in Vanity Fair, Titus is every bit as guilt-ridden as Cora. He's drowning his disgrace in booze, but somewhere in him is righteousness waiting to break out. When it's reawakened, he's the last person that anyone would want to meet on the battlefield. Simply put, no actor plays this kind of role better than Hounsou. The teaser concludes with the promise of Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, on April 19, 2024. The first entry, which is due out on December 22nd, has the subtitle A Child of Fire, which suggests that this saga will be told with plenty of flashbacks. But it would be nice if it turns out the teaser is actually throwing audiences off the scent. A story this sweeping should unfold patiently. Skipping back and forth on the timeline can neutralize suspense and feel more like television. Films, on the other hand, need space, especially ones that play out over multiple chapters. Zack Snyder understands this. Rebel Moon might end up being little more than off-brand Star Wars, but that doesn't mean that it has to be total hack work.